back to the pit. It's your main boy CroSoul over here, of course, with your fan favorite, Lil Bear.
What's up?
A returning guest, JalaPP, right?
Sexual attractive
Mastermind.
masturbator.
All right, we're here in this beautiful country of Hong Kong. It's a sunny day in the amazing suburb of Chai Wan. Don't confuse it with Chai Wan Cock or Wan Chai, all right? We're here in Chai Wan, right? There's a guy outside with a sign, Bonjour, cock.
I speak English, motherfucker.
No, you don't. All right. I guess he does. Anyways, today we're going to have another tier list, right? And this tier list is going to affect a lot of the people that are affected a little bit with financial crisis and are forced to eat frozen meals. Everybody knows them, the little banquet meals or Hungry Man and Tostitos pizza, right? We're going to rank our favorite frozen foods. Because remember, we've all been there, okay? At some point, that was the only thing to eat.
I'm still there.
Yeah, man. Surprised we even have these in Hong Kong, dog. Yeah, but I'm going to start it off with my personal F tier. Now, it's going to be a Hungry Man dish that has corn in it, and only because of one simple thing. Every time I get it, the Salisbury steak is fine, but the corn one comes with a brownie. And for some ungodly reason, the corn seeps into the brownie, bro.
It's like through osmosis. It's bullshit.
It's terrible. It ruins 2 parts of your damn meal, bro. Like 66% right there.
Even if it comes segregated, as soon as you open up the plastic packaging, Goku transmutates right into the brownie and f***s it up.
And if you thought it didn't, as soon as you bite in there, just the juice of corn comes out of the brownie. I don't know why. I don't know what's the cursed. Maybe there's a lore story behind the corn and the chocolate.
I think that's one. I think the brownie's one of the holders, and the object is corn.
But yeah, F tier for me, definitely the Hungry Man. Anything with corn and brownie, like just anything.
Take out the chocolate, you get cornbread.
All right, Lil Bear, what about you? What is your?
All right, so here's my my take, and this might be starting out kind of controversial, but the banquet spaghetti and meatballs.
Oh,
now the meatballs, decent. The sauce is just red water.
And man, the spaghetti itself is kind of poo-poo, man.
The spaghetti is just forget.
I mean, the sauce, it feels like somebody imagine this. There's like a tomato that you should throw in the trash ages ago, right? It's sour, it smells, it's falling apart. And somebody's like, just throw it in the pot with the noodles that have been out there for 3 days. That's how it tastes.
Those are the cheapest ones.
The meatballs are actually pretty decent. I'm going to agree with that. But everything else about that meal is just... bleh.
All right, so here's the real story. And I got the inside scoop. Here's the real story on how they get that sauce for the spaghetti. They take the Papa John's pizza and lightly scrape it with a rusty knife. And all the grease that comes out that's slightly red colored, that's the whole of the sauce.
Just add a little water to it and there you go.
Perfect.
Wow.
Now you know a little bit backlore about the banquet spaghetti meatball meal. What about you, JalaPP, man? What is your FT? Something you wouldn't want to eat ever.
Well, I'm gonna have to say any flatbread cardboard. They put pepperonis and a little bit of stuff on side.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know what I mean.
Yeah, those flatbread cardboards, they're just trash.
I mean, I don't know. Do you want to put Tostitos with that? Because I personally think Tostitos isn't as bad. But I see
I'm talking about those little square ones that you get at school.
Oh, yeah. No, I don't know who created those. That's like... that must be during the Great Depression. I don't think even they would want to eat that. Because
that was the slightly worse depression.
I mean, think about it. At least in the Great Depression, you could at least maybe slack a green pepper on it or something, This is just Depression Meal 99.
On the package, it says combination pizza, and on it you have cheese and dog and cat.
Nice.
It's a hell of a combo.
This is that meal should be called Mussolini's dream.
Cats and dogs are only good when they're fresh.
Think about it. Mussolini's dream, right? It represents food, but at the same time, something you don't want to eat. Yeah. I mean, personally, I kind of agree with that one. I don't know why it exists and who is... I don't think there's a single person on the planet who goes home and is like, oh boy, I can't wait to get my hand, on a piece of cardboard that's gonna, make me crap my soul out
Not to
for
mention
3
the
days.
size is like 6 by 4 inches. I mean, like, I could barely feed an 8-year-old. What the hell?
yeah, I don't know, man. And the fact that they charge you money for that no.
Yeah,
no.
I wouldn't even masturbate to it.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Anymore.
All right, I mean, D tier, we're going to move up to, D. And for me, there's only going to be one at that spot, and it's going to be the Banquet's Chicken Alfredo. Now, hear me out.
Yeah.
Hear me out. I usually love chicken Alfredo. The problem with this meal, again, shares the same thing with the meatballs, is the chicken is consumable. The sauce is sour, again. And the broccoli, why? Why even? It comes frozen and mushed. And then when you unthaw it, it just starts falling apart, man. It's been dead for so long.
Aww.
Like, it just decays everywhere. I
You
don't
look at
know.
the packaging wondering, I thought that I got the chicken, not the calamari.
Yeah, man. It's still preferable over the, corn muffin thing, because that is just... This should never be no. But still, that is something that, for anybody who was in the army or whatnot, you would rather eat the powdered eggs than that, just saying. At least it has a texture of meat with the chicken. It might be like 2-3 bites, but that's about that. That's all you're going to get it. And if you lucky enough and can tilt the quote-unquote sauce on the side, maybe you'll feed yourself with just pieces of chicken. But that's about it.
Okay, so I think I'm going to kind of a little bit cheat for this one, just because I know for a fact that this was a frozen meal. The public school breakfast meals that they would give out.
Okay, yeah. I mean, it's not a, pick it up in a freezer type of, but yeah, that shit was definitely frozen at some point.
So follow me here. So in the area of Hong Kong that we're in, growing up, what
Taiwan cock.
Taiwan. All right, so what they would give us and pretend like it was edible is they would get a biscuit, or I don't know what the Brits would call a biscuit, a crumpet or something, but ours is better than yours. Go suck it.
He said biscuito.
So they cut it in half, and in the middle they'd either put just straight a rectangle of egg with a little bit of like fake cheese on top of it, and then say, here's your sandwich. Or they would give you like a little round piece of sausage or a little thing of chicken. The chicken one was good. The rest of them were poop. The only way that you could eat them would be by smothering them in ketchup. But what it also came with was a triangle hash brown.
Oh.
That was the only thing that was good about that entire meal. The hash brown triangle. You'd use it like a ninja star, throw it in your neighbor's eye.
Illuminati confirmed. Illuminati is in the Publix meals. But yeah, man, I can agree with that. Like, everything about that meal seems like it's one of those things that you go to your grandma's house, and this is the one time grandma's actually not there, and you ravage through the fridge and you just find something that's been sitting there frozen for 17 days, and you're like, yeah, I mean, I'll live. Yeah. And you might. Yeah, that's exactly how that feels like. Yeah. What about your D tier, my man?
You had to go to those little boxes of chicken. They have the little smiley faces in it. They're like coming in a little circle.
Yes, I know.
Like,
the one with the green packaging, right?
No matter how much you cook those things, they're still soggy and moist.
Yeah.
You can burn the shit out of it, and you're still getting juice inside your mouth, and that's just the breading.
I forgot what company does them, but I know exactly which one he's talking about. And sometimes they come with the little potatoes that are smiley shaped in there. Those are the only saving grace about these. At least the potato tastes like potato. That's about it.
It tastes like it, but it's not.
Yeah, I can agree with those. Like, I totally forgot those things even exist, man.
Damn. Yeah, that one was repressed from my memory from a long time ago.
Yeah, dog, like that is another one of those, like, if grandma's not there. You gotta feed yourself not to die. Just hold out until tomorrow. But yeah, okay. Let's move on to the little bit of C tier. Something that is, not something you're kind of looking forward to, but something you can tolerate and that's not gonna damage your intestines forever.
Oh yeah.
For me, I'm gonna put the Tito's pizzas there. All right.
Totino's?
Yeah.
Okay.
Simple, and the reason is simple. For how much money you pay and what you get for it, it's just good. It's not phenomenal. It's not something you're gonna, feed a girl on a date on, and she's right then and they're gonna marry you. Absolutely not.
Might be all you got.
Well, it's not enough. This is 2021.
Well,
If she has
schmuck.
boobs and no penis, deals off.
Deals off. Wait. But yeah, I mean, it's just one of those things. Like for anybody who was in, or is in college, you go to, you don't have that much money, right? You go to your little dorm, you have only a microwave. That's a amazing thing. You pay like $20 for 20 of those suckers, and they kind of feed you for like a month, for at least 2 weeks. It's a solid thing. I'm just,
I mean, to be fair, also, if you've got like a buddy in the area or like a cat that you like to feed, cut it in half, and realistically, those are usually big enough to hold you over for a while,
Well, if you cut the guy in half you're trying to feed, you don't have to feed him at all.
Yeah, it kind of saves you those $3.
Yeah, there you go.
Don't ask how we made it to Hong Kong or why we moved.
I mean, we're kind of... No. The Chinese government isn't keeping us stuck here, okay?
No.
Lee is not forcing me to suck his dick anymore.
That's the truth. Stop asking questions. dude.
Not anymore.
No, Lee, not right now.
But yeah, that would be my C tier, simple, just because of the practicality of it, pretty much.
Alrighty, so for me, these patio bean and cheese burritos are my C tier list because I'll eat it.
Yeah,
I'll be fine. My dad got a pack of 20 of them in the freezer. It's like he's not gonna get me the yellow ones until I finish the purple ones. So these bean and now this company Patio, they have frozen burritos and some of them are really good. One of them is the yellow one, which is the beef and bean burritos, and those are really good because you got real beef in there. The beans are refried and they're kind of mushy, but they kind of works all together. You throw some Crystal hot sauce in there, which we'll talk about next time.
Absolutely.
And it's totally fine. But these bean and cheese ones, there's no meat, there's no cheese, there is only hope. Hope that you can finish it before throwing up, because it's just mush. It's puke inside of a tortilla. And I mean, like, the only way that these are any sort of really edible is by once you've done throwing them in the microwave, you actually toast them like on a George Foreman grill, or you throw it out in the sun for a week and hope that the bugs get into it first. Yeah,
or you just like tell Melvin to work some of his 99 charisma and talk the burrito into tasting like food. But yeah, I can agree with that list. I mean, those are the little burritos for people who don't know. Like you go to, maybe in other parts of the world they're not, by that company, but it's that little burrito. You go into a gas station or any quote unquote dollar store or something like that, and you pick it up and it's like right then and there something you can shove in your mouth. Like for road trips, amazing thing, if you have access to the microwave and stuff. But again, just like with mine, they share the spot of it's something that you'll have, but not something that you're gonna be like, oh boy, I can't wait until Saturday to get, that type of thing.
All right, what about you, JalaPP?
I don't personally like fish much, but I'm gonna have to say like those little fish sticks.
Oh,
if that's like the only thing you got, then it's something to eat. It'll hold you over for like a couple days.
One
cheese stick, fish stick.
That brings up a really... I kind of forgot those even exist, man. Like, when was the last time you actually had fish fingers, man? Like, the little fish sticks.
Fish don't have fingers, by the way.
Are you a gay Fish? Well, I don't like fish sticks. What? Kanye West has shown me better than that.
Let's calculate here. What am I?
Kanye West
I'm a genius, and I'm also an artist. How does that make me a gay fish? That makes no sense.
You eat fish sticks.
But yeah, I can see like fish sticks. Again, another perfect example of like you'll eat it but it's not something you're like, oh boy, I can't wait until Saturday to eat that. Yeah, it's if your friends come over and you have nothing there, you can make a little few cheese sticks.
Here, suck on this thing,
Yeah,
baby.
fish sticks. Yeah, that's. I totally
If you suck
agree.
in it long enough, you get the tartar sauce.
All right. Let's move up to B tier. We're getting to a little bit more finer end of this thing. If B tier for me, I am gonna go ahead and bounce off of this stick thing, but it's actually gonna be mozzarella sticks.
Ooh.
Now, the reason I'm not giving it any higher is due to the fact that it doesn't matter which company, they never give you enough marinara sauce. They always, kind of
That's true.
cripple you on that, and I don't know why. It's like there's like 60 pieces of cheese, and there's only one packet of marinara. How do you propose I put like? What am I supposed to do? Like dip it barely in 1% of the cheese stick and everything else is breading? That's not how sauces work.
I literally come in bigger loads than the marinara sauce that comes in the packet.
And that should tell you something, especially because we're from Hong Kong and
Yeah, we have to come a lot.
do the math. Small pistol, small bullet. Am I right? But think. I mean, if they actually did the proportions of the marinara sauce right, I would even give it maybe A tier, But the thing is, everybody likes a good, mozzarella stick, especially if they do the little Parmesan breading crust thing.
Ooh.
But without sauce, it's just dry. It's just breading and stretchy cheese, man.
Ooh, and if you actually deep fry it, like a lot of them tell you to, what ends up happening is that it gets double deep fried, and the cheese inside, instead of being all melty and gooey, it's just burnt and it turns into more of a curd.
Yeah,
than the
and
actual
it's
cheese.
really good, man.
Curdy birdie.
It's really good. I had it like that. There was this one chef guy who I think he did it with Swiss cheese, and it was just a block of cheese, and he what they called it, flash fried it, bro. And instead, it's like it still contains a little bit of the stretchy, but just like you said, it's more like imagine like a block of tofu inside of a bread. That's how it looks like. It's way better than the how we get it, but still, without sauce, it's just it loses its touch. You just need A and B to kind of work together, and when somebody doesn't give you enough of B, man, it kind of beats down the grade of this.
Yeah, then you have to go suck somebody else.
You have to go to C.
Yeah,
right.
You know who really looks? Who else needs sauce?
Who?
My dad.
People looking. I was gonna say people looking for the full hentai comics.
Oh.
Come on, where's the sauce?
Shout out to JalaPP's dad for needing sauce.
Thanks, Dad.
Bring a little bit of chipotle and yum if you're in the area.
Verde. All right, so number B.
Number B.
All right, for me, it's kind of going along the same route of it's good, but I wish that they would give us a little bit more. So you know how Lay's potato chip bags are confirmed 60% air?
Yeah, 70%, absolutely.
Same thing with the Tyson bone-in chicken wings.
Oh, yes,
Oh, yeah,
I
that's true,
totally
actually.
agree. See,
Dude.
the Tyson chicken is phenomenal, right? It actually is boneless chicken that's not,
talking
pink
about the
goo from
bone-in.
McDonald's.
Now I'm talking about the bone-in and boneless. They both have the
Yeah.
same problem.
I'm just saying it's real meat.
Yeah,
right?
it's real
not,
meat,
It's not
you
the
know?
goo from McDonald's, that they compress
pink
it.
goo.
The problem is, just like you said, the whole top thing of the bag is just nothing.
It's just made for advertisement to say
Yeah.
Tyson. It
Yeah.
says chicken wings underneath it where the chicken actually
They should
starts.
put
so
Mike
think of-
Tyson on the bag.
Oh,
And it should be chicken drums,
try my chicken strips. If you don't like my chicken strips, I'll punch you in the face.
Imagine how big the sales would be.
Oh,
The
dude.
sales would go through the roof.
Dude, George Foreman has a grill. Why doesn't he?
Why doesn't Mike Tyson have a George Foreman?
He's too busy eating ears. Is
That's
the problem?
right. I mean, look,
All right,
there's a lot of protein in them.
But here's the thing, though. Like we're saying, it not only is it real meat, the sauce and the flavoring that goes on, the breading is pretty darn good, too. It's just that when I buy $12 worth of chicken, I expect $12 worth of chicken.
I agree. I mean, for what you pay and what you get, and the fact that it's a frozen food, sometimes you're just even better off going to a buffet and just eating, a ton of boneless chicken or. I understand why you're giving it a B. The flavor of it, let's not deny it, it's phenomenal. It's the best frozen chicken out there, at least, in my opinion. But for what, you don't get that much for it.
And you know what pisses me off the most about it, too, is that I fucking love chicken wings. And so if I go to a party, when I used to go to a party.
Because Corona, you can't.
So.
I
Get killed, bro.
Sorry, man. So when I go to one of these things, I love to see what everyone's bringing their own food kind of thing. I find the chicken wing plate, and I feel bad taking like 2 or 3 because I'm thinking I'm taking them away from everybody else, and the plate only has like 12 of them on there.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck?
I mean, a grown man or woman cannot get full on 2.
Or a grown child.
Yeah. Not even a child can get full on 2 wings, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it's one of those things you put in your mouth, you do the little, and it's gone.
What do you talk about? Chicken only have 2 wings.
No, you go away.
What do you?
I love you.
No parties. Enough. Go away.
Why is he coming over here so much?
I don't know, man. Like, we have to move. Stop throwing stuff at us. Anyway, sorry about that. I think we're just going to keep that in just so people can see, the life action that goes around.
Dude, we're in a dangerous location, man.
Yeah, it's terrible over. I mean, it's great.
Yeah, yes. Take off in the night. Okay, I think he's gone.
All right, what about B tier for you, my man?
Oh, balls. Okay. I'd have to say, like, there's certain mac and cheese that are really good, but there's these ones that have that, like, fluffy texture, like a flour texture to it.
Oh, I know which one he's talking
Those
about.
are really gross, but I could eat that because it's mac and cheese. You love mac and cheese. Mac and cheese is always pretty good.
that might be the banquet one, actually.
It is the banquet one because the banquet one.
Red box.
Maybe.
Yeah.
That's the banquet one.
Yeah.
I know which superior one he's talking about. The one that has like the quote unquote burnt top. And
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah, that one is the better one. But yeah, I know which one you're talking about. Yeah, I mean, it is mac and cheese in the end, right? But at the same time, mac and cheese, when you put your fork into it, it shouldn't start dripping water.
It shouldn't bounce back at you,
Yeah, I mean, cheese is supposed to be a little quote unquote liquidy, right? But at the same time, if you take your fork out and it just like starts, a little waterfall, that's not good.
Moist.
Yeah, it's too much, man. Yeah, but mac and cheese is one of a little staple in the households around the whole world.
Yeah.
If you're not capable of making quality mac and cheese, you should never be invited to a barbecue or any sort of gathering where you have to bring your own food.
You're not allowed to have kids if you can't make mac and cheese.
Because that's basic. Mac and cheese, hot dogs, pasta, and burgers. Okay, I'm gonna tell you, like burgers are they take a little bit more skill and stuff like that, but mac and cheese, all it is boiling pasta, bro, and adding the cheese at the end.
It's just American ramen.
Absolutely. And if you mess that up, we're gonna have a problemo. Okay, let's go to the A tier of these meals, and they're getting better and better.
Did we get D tier already?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
For me, A tier. And I'm going to give it to Banquet again. It's going to be Salisbury steak. And I'm going to tell you why. Salisbury steak, you get the family pack. The price on it is phenomenal. It's not too expensive.
$85 a sandwich.
And think about that. The gravy that it comes with, if you're eating... I'm not going to give it as because of one simple thing, right? Because you have to add stuff to it, right? But if you get homemade mashed potatoes, mac and cheese... Dude, the Salisbury steak is phenomenal with it. And the way they made it, it's super tender. And it's one of those things where you actually put it in the microwave and do the instructions. None of it is frozen.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't... Like, a lot of these pre-packaged frozen meals have a problem where you follow the instruction. There's, like, a lot of ramen out there, you follow the instruction, and it comes back like, why is there so much water in here? Or why didn't this have cook? Salisbury steak... Salisbury steak...
I think you need a new microwave, man.
Doesn't have that problem. Because every time, you follow the instructions, you flip it over, it's phenomenal. Juicy, it has great flavor, and it doesn't kill your pocket. Again, like it's one of those things, you buy one of those, and for a grown man, you can eat that for your whole day's worth of meals if that's the only thing you're really eating. Even budgeting at this point, right?
Yeah.
You can still get away with. Or even for a gathering. Somebody brings mashed potatoes. What are you gonna? You didn't have time to. Oh shit!
Yeah.
You know,
Just
there
whip
it
out
is.
your meat and there you go.
Exactly. You just whipped out your banquet. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to give A tier to that.
All right, so A tier also goes to banquet for me. Now, this isn't a knock at like Hungry Man or anything like that. It's just I didn't have much of it growing up. I did have banquet because it's $1 per meal. It was
That's right.
great.
That's right.
But this one is their best, in my opinion. It was the one with the 3 chicken fingers in it.
Oh,
Okay, that
I know
one-
which one you're. Man,
That one was
Okay.
phenomenal.
especially for how cheap it was. Yes, absolutely.
And there
man.
you get a brownie and you get some mashed potatoes, not corn. So boom. But for the chicken fingers, you could, if you did a little bit of experimentation, you learned exactly how to cook it right so that it wasn't, they would never be crispy. But you could throw some sauce on there. If you hate barbecue, you don't need barbecue.
Absolutely.
Yeah, get it out of here. Fuck
That's
that
right.
barbecue.
Say you wanted some crystal hot sauce on there. You could throw a couple squirts on
Crystal
one
meth
side.
on it. You can do it, bro.
Perfect. Lemon juice. Get out of here. Fuck you. I don't want you.
Human juice.
Yeah.
You can any type of
There you
juice.
go. You could see the swimmers in the mic. But you could also experiment too, not just the chicken by itself. You could put the chicken fingers on
Inside
a
your
bun.
ass. Oh, sorry.
There's a little excitement.
I got
over here.
excited.
Larry, leave him alone.
I bet they would feel good in your ass.
I don't know.
honestly.
Do you
They
guys
do.
think that will crumble? I mean,
No,
like,
no, they stay formed.
how do you know that?
They're firm.
How do you know that? I mean,
Anyways, on like a bun or on like a couple slices of bread, make a nice sandwich out of it. It actually works out pretty darn well. And that's where I think A tier comes in. They might not even be perfect by themselves, but you can experiment and put them in different things.
and again, talking on the budget perspective, appealing to a lot of people who have it hard, college students and
pretty
stuff
hard.
like that. That's like
Pretty
for
hard, too.
$1, or I don't know how much it is now. Maybe $1.52. I don't know if the price went up.
Damn it,
That's-
King Bibbin.
That's still a really good meal for the amount of money that you put into it. What about you, man? Give us your A tier.
All right, so I don't know what these are called again, but they're like there's these frozen mac and cheese that has some sort of beef and spicy sauce in it.
Oh, I know which one he's talking about. I don't even know who makes them, but I had one of those maybe like 4 or 5 years ago. Man, are those good.
They're
Is
delicious.
that like a TGI Fridays thing?
Maybe,
or-
I think something
Hey,
like
I
that.
think he might be that. Hey, dude, those are phenomenal, man. Picking one, now I kind of want to buy one of
They're
these.
good. They're
They are really good. Oh, Lord. Who sells them now? Now I kind of want to see where they are.
I
and
mean,
kinda
they're in
buy.
Walmart.
Yeah,
there
okay,
you
cool.
go.
cool,
If you
cool.
can find one. We have like a Walmart like 80 minutes away from us. But
We have
Cross-
it.
it's worth it.
Cross the sea by boat. Take
Yeah.
a mountain lion up to the top,
you get a discount if you worship Lee.
Our closest Walmart is in like Germany. But yeah, I totally agree, man. Those are so good, man. Oof. Kind of can't believe that I forgot about them, man. Just thinking about that. All right.
There goes Lee again.
That sounds like my Uncle Melvin.
Oh, he's doing his shenanigans again.
He's getting the kids ready.
Most likely collecting
Children.
I'm coming for you, Uncle.
Ta-da.
I came.
All right. Let's get on with the show. Let's get back to S tier, and S tier has to be the creme de la creme of these meals, right? And for me, maybe somebody's not gonna agree with me,
Oh, hey, we should get back to the show real quick. Go ahead.
but it's gonna actually be a sweet,
oh,
all right?
Okay.
And it's gonna be toaster strudels,
toaster strudels.
okay? And the reason why, I have never met anybody when you buy them or make them like the right way, who didn't like those, especially with the little packet of frosting that they give
There's
you,
not enough.
and they themselves are so good, man.
But they
I
are
love them.
delicious.
You know, for me personally, they're S tier. There's not a. I would not turn that down.
You know what?
That is the thing. Like if you try to lure me into a car as a kid, I would have taken that bait. You know, I wouldn't have fallen for ice cream, but the toaster strudel, especially if they're like warm, like oh my lord.
Now, there's some tips and tricks that you need to learn, and that's why I would put this in A instead of S. But, like, if you want to make sure that the icing's nice and fine, obviously you keep the icing with the strudel in the freezer, so it's frozen when you take it out. So you take the little packs of the icing, and you put it at the side of the toaster, and that warms it up just enough to be spreadable.
That's
Wow.
right. That's right. It's exactly what you do.
Tips and
Because
tricks.
you want to make sure that both of the the icing and the strudel is actually warm.
The only problem is that if you let it, like if you get some on your pants, you can't convince anyone that you didn't cream yourself, all right? There's nothing that you can
I
do.
am willing to pay that price for a godly delicacy like the toasted strudel. I mean, for frozen, what do you even want to call that? Frozen sweets, frozen delicacies. They really have it down to to the point where you can buy it anywhere, any flavor, and they're all gonna perform on the same level. So for me personally, they're the best at what they do.
All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and bring it back to something that we've already mentioned, and I disagree with the original placement of it.
All right.
The Tostitos pizzas.
All right. Okay.
Those I meant Totinos. Tostitos.
Totino.
And everyone makes this fucking misunderstanding.
Yeah, it's the chip, right?
Exactly, that's the chips. That's the tortilla chips. That's like Mexican. Totinos is the Italian counterpart, and their pizzas, man. We've already talked about them a little bit, but I can't extol their virtue enough. Those things are the adult version of
Semen.
You're killing me, Bubs. You're killing me.
Sorry.
Damn it, Larry. Okay.
I can see why you would place them there too. I already brought up the points where I had them at the tier that I had them. But to somebody who enjoys the full flavor and the variety of all of their, like the meat lovers, pepperoni of them, I see why, right?
The cheesy, tomato-y, cut your homeless pal in half deliciousness.
And they themselves, like, you get a 4-pack for like $4 or $5. It's actually pretty good. So, all right. I can support your S tier. I'm not gonna knock it down. I know I gave it a lower rating, but that is personally to me. I do not enjoy all the flavors of them, and they're not like the pizza choice for me. But I can see why it could be for somebody.
Alrighty, JalaPP, your S tier.
I'm gonna have to say frozen boneless spicy hot wings.
Okay.
Because those you get them basically anywhere, because they pretty much come frozen no matter where you're going anyway.
Yeah.
They're pretty good. You can slap any sort of sauce. You can slap your own sauce. You can slap your mother's sauce. Just get her a little wet and you're good to go.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're always you got to get the right ones. Some of them are a little mushy and you don't want that because it's moist and it's kind of gross
want
and reminds you of your father. But when
A lot
you
of
get
daddy
the
rage.
good crispy ones, yeah, they're delicious.
Absolutely. Okay, I already, we touched upon Tyson's chicken, right? The thing is, you cannot deny the flavor of those boneless wings, especially
Yeah, absolutely.
the buffalo ones. I don't know if, who should make buffalo wings like frozen. Maybe they even do, but Wing House.
Oh,
Bro.
I bet they would make a ton of money, except for the fact that their stuff just isn't nearly as good as people say it is. It's just someone else heating up the frozen.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm gonna do something that we usually don't do, and I'm gonna give an honorable mention spot. And the reason why nobody here mentioned it is because I personally am not the biggest fan of quote unquote breakfast meals and stuff like that, and I know you are not either.
Good
So
old James.
Jimmy Dean's.
Jimmy Dean.
For a lot of people who enjoy that type of food, their frozen section is phenomenal, and they're not too expensive. So I'm just going to give an honorable mention to them. And, so people are not being like, "How dare you, my heritage?"
Yeah,
Alright.
but you got the sandwiches and the bowls, both of them phenomenal.
Yeah, they're good for what they are, but it just has to appeal to a certain taste.
It appeals to the male fantasy.
If you like if you like eating at Waffle House, you're gonna like those. Just simple as that.
I like waffles.
All right, today's you shout out is easily gonna go to fucking Larry. Larry,
Fuck you, Larry.
fuck you piece of shit. Why every show, you already know where we are. Why are you waiting outside with a goddamn sign? Why is your name Larry?
Why is your dick out?
I'll find you later.
No, you will not. Come here right now, man.
Fuck you.
Fuck you, Larry, you piece of shit. God damn it.
Oh, man,
why
he's
is
such a
he here?
beautiful
Like, why is he here? We did this fan of the month type of crap, but why? Like, is he a fan? Why are you so mad?
I don't know. Fuck you.
No, fuck you, bro.
Fuck me.
All right,
God
and that's
damn.
gonna be it for today's episode, guys. We're gonna see you next week, maybe with another tier list, maybe with another Spinneroonie episode.
Maybe
we'll
Larry
see.
will stop having such squinty eyes next time.
God damn, Larry. All right, guys.
See you later.
Peace.
Bye, Larry.